Am I good? Am I loud? Can you hear me?
Yes, much better.
I'm going to try to match
People have just been
you.
saying all they hear is me, and
People have been saying that?
well,
Your
my
parents?
family, yeah.
I know your dad's like, speak from the diaphragm.
I know. It's like, you need to tell Jess she's got to get closer to that microphone.
I know.
She's got to speak up. I can't hear her. I'm like, okay.
It's a problem. I've always had this problem. And I'm not getting better.
You were great for a while, and then, I don't know.
On the recordings?
Oh,
in
no.
life.
Yeah, in life. In
Right.
other recordings.
Right.
No, you've pretty much always been quiet in the other recordings.
Yeah. Working on it.
Working on it. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Beep, 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 beep. All right.
What is that?
Like that song?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, where do we remember it from?
Yeah. Oh, I definitely remember it from, it's got to be the Looney Tunes movie, right? Where they're jumping in and out of paintings.
Oh.
You remember that?
Potentially. I don't know.
Probably not.
Okay.
Speaking of childhood,
We're going to talk about that today.
because we grew up in different places and
Yeah.
in different ways.
Way different. Kind of, but... all
Yeah.
right, so...
You decide which one was better. I'm just kidding. We each love our own childhood in different ways.
Yes, and we're going to talk about pretty much up until high school, probably. We're probably not going to talk about high school, you think?
No, I don't think
No.
I'm going to mention high school.
Fuck high school.
Fuck it! That's not growing up. That's you've already lived. It's over from there. It's all downhill
Right.
from there.
14 on? No. All right, so I think the difference is geographically. Such a fucking stupid big word. Why did I say it?
Geographically speaking, we were in different locations.
Well, yeah, and different states and different sorts of, I don't know, I was in a small town, and
Very small town.
I don't know, you say township, kind of.
Yeah,
It's,
technically in a township,
yeah,
but
it's rural.
ish. Yeah,
Ish.
I just don't know how else to describe it. It's not a neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's not a small town.
It's
just
so
kind
weird.
of there.
Right, on the side of the road,
Yeah.
along with a lot of others that are on
Yeah,
the side of a
other
long
people
road.
live there. I just don't know that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by it's not a small town. I just, grew up alone.
Right, you didn't, you weren't doing stuff with your neighbors, really.
Yeah, not too much.
I mean, maybe you're right next door. Like Ellen.
Helen. Yes. She's my godmother, grandmother sort of thing.
She's, how old is she?
She's 90 something.
She's amazing.
She's killing it out there. She's still out in the yard,
Does
still
she
pulling
still
weeds.
Go across to get her mail? Go across
Yeah,
the parking
I think
lot?
she goes with her daughter now, but yeah, she's
Oh my gosh.
she's still kicking. It's crazy. I want to be like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In addition to being geographically different, we also had different places in where we grew up. So I was the youngest in my family of 4. By 4, I mean I had one brother.
I was like, what are you
The core of 4. My parents, my brother, and me.
Yes, you have an older brother.
Yes, that's what I'm getting. That's just what I'm getting at.
I have a younger brother. He's not gone. He's still around.
Somewhere else, but yes.
Yeah, he's moved cross country. But growing up, had a younger brother. He's not even 2 years younger than me. You have such a longer span of this time between you and
4
your brother.
years and 4 months between us.
Yeah, about twice as long as
Twice as long, yeah. It's a whole school difference, and for me, that's
wow,
something.
you have this all perfectly spaced. 4 years and 4 months. I'm like, I don't know, less than 2 years? I don't know.
I just know because for 4 months there, he's 5 years older than me until I turn the next age.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a whole school difference. So elementary school, he was leaving as I was starting, and then middle school he was leaving as I was starting. So I was always just following him, never kind of together.
And I'm pretty sure spent a couple years, probably both in elementary and in middle school, at least a year or two in the same building.
Me?
I mean,
oh, you?
Yeah, my brother and I. Because middle school in Iowa is 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, which I know is different here.
Yeah.
But
here.
So he would be, while I was in 7th, 8th grade, he would be 5th, 6th grade, I think. I'm hoping that's right.
I think so.
So, yeah, we spent some time in school together, so I'd see him in school.
Yeah, and in high school, too, which I said we weren't going to talk about, but I went to the same high school,
weird.
And I don't remember seeing him.
I don't remember seeing my brother either. That's really weird.
Did he go to our high school?
Yeah, because we got dropped off together sometimes from my mom driving us to school. So he was there. I just don't know where.
I don't either. I don't even remember seeing him.
It's weird.
Different crowds.
Yeah, it's weird that we would see each other in middle school, but once we moved here and I started high school and he came into high school a couple years later, I never saw him in school. Really. There was just so much time between you and your brother that did you hang out a whole lot?
Good question.
Or were you forced like I was?
I think he thinks he was forced to go outside and play with your sister. Definitely when we were younger, it was more forced like that. But my brother, he moved out when he turned 18, and he moved out of the house, so into the top of the garage, when he turned 16.
He's just like,
needed privacy. Needed out.
I need out of the house, even though it's just 5 steps away.
As soon as he got his license and a cell phone when he was 16, he was pretty much gone. I never saw him. And I was 12, so 11, 12 at that age, and I had to find some new people to hang out with. I didn't see him since then. So when we talked about in our childhood podcast, or in our 90s podcast, how you grow up from 5 to 12. So I saw him from 5 to 12, but
Weird.
I don't remember it as much. Like, I don't remember the things we did besides launching each other off of trampolines and
the normal stuff.
Yeah, the normal brother-sister things.
Well,
now I see him a lot more.
Yeah. When I was growing up, my parents weren't forcing me to hang out with my brother, but it was, if he wanted to tag along, be nice.
Yeah, it was
let
implied.
Him. Right.
He's going.
I had a friend growing up, best friend, Sharissa, and I remember her mom Sharissa having such a hard time because her mom would force her to hang out with her younger sister, who is also
the oldest too.
Yeah, Sharissa's older than Sadie, and Sadie's a couple years, I think, younger, and she's in the same grade as my brother.
Oh, wow. Perfect.
2 or 3 years younger, I think. So, yeah, Sadie was always hanging around us because her mom was forcing Sharissa to bring her along for pretty much everything, which was fine. It was fine. But when you're young, it's like, this is so annoying.
Yeah, I can imagine. I don't know the feeling because I was always
you were the young one,
the one trying to get involved. Take me with you. But
that's how I felt about
brother.
Yeah, that's how I felt about with my cousins because I had a few older cousins. I mean, I had quite a few cousins, but I mean, I feel the closest in age was still 4 or 5 years older than me. So I feel like I was always trying to tag along with them because they're the cooler, older cousins. Let me hang out with you, please.
Right.
And they found me awfully annoying. I know it.
Yeah, that was me with my brother.
Yeah, but your cousins are a lot older.
Yeah, we didn't hang out much with cousins like you would say on a random Wednesday night or a weekend. It was usually just holidays that we saw each other. And they're a lot older than me. So I think the youngest, don't quote me, I don't know. I don't know who the youngest cousin is. I think it's my cousin Carrie, and I think she's like 9 years older than me. So it's a big age difference.
Yeah.
Big age difference. And they were having kids a lot, like when I was growing up, so I didn't see a lot of them often.
How'd you hang out with your friends? Who were your friends growing up?
I had a rock. No. I'm just kidding.
Who did you hang out with?
I'm just kidding. I hung out with, I have a best friend, Kennedy, and we started becoming friends right out of kindergarten, so about first grade. And we hung out a lot, but we had to get rides to each other's houses. It was either someone had to come pick us up or come pick me up. She had to come here. There was a lot of coordination, and I think that's what hindered a lot of hanging out time. It wasn't just randomly after school on a Tuesday night, like, come on over. No, It was always a weekend kind of thing and in the summer.
Mm-hmm. And that was different for me. For the most part, I think I had one friend a little into middle school, and she lived in a neighboring town. So if I wanted to hang out with her or she wanted to come over, that was the only time where it was difficult. But everybody else that I remember being friends with growing up, they lived in my town, so I could ride my bike anywhere to anybody's house. I didn't even have to tell them because we didn't have cell phones. I just came over.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you free? Can we hang out?
Knocking on their door. Can
Hello?
you come out to play?
Yeah, pretty much. And then be like, no, I have to fold laundry.
What?
No, I have chores.
I have chores.
No, it's dinner time. I'm like, oh, right.
Oh, right.
I should go home.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I had a good friend growing up as well, Brandy, and I would go over to her house, and she had like a chore list on the fridge of things she had to do every weekend, and I'd help her do that, and then I would go home and I'm like, I want a chore list. Like, that sounds fun. I was a weird child. So
Yeah,
I started one and never kept it
You
up.
started your own chore
Yeah, it's like
list?
I was just kind of embarrassed because our house was lived in. We made memories, you know. We didn't really care how it looked.
Well, you didn't spend as much time there because
Yeah.
you were over at the store a lot of the time, at least in the summer.
Yeah,
Right,
that's the main
so-
thing that changed, I think, is a difference in our childhood is I grew up with an ice cream store.
Yeah.
I lived in an ice cream store.
Yeah, your family had a business, so
Mhm.
you spent a lot of time being there and
Yeah.
working there.
Yes, working there since I could reach the counters. My mom would
Right.
say I would go and grab stools to
Oh,
start talking to customers.
that's cute.
So yeah, that was my child. And my friends. I had a lot of older friends because the people or the girls and boys that used to work at the store became like my brothers and sisters, and we'd hang out and talk, and those
Yeah.
were my friends.
Yeah,
So
that's cute because you would see them every day because they'd be coming into work.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a different childhood, but I don't regret it. But it was tough to hang out with friends. Very tough. We had bikes, like you talk about riding your bike all the time, and that was one of your most prized possessions.
Mhm.
I would agree. I just had to go greater distances
Yeah,
and have longer time.
yeah. Bikes and trampolines, I feel, were prized
Bikes and
possessions
trampolines.
as kids.
That's where we're going.
Yes.
Get on our bike, go to the trampoline.
Yes. And we sometimes would ride our bikes into the country.
Whoa.
Sometimes.
It's just like a mile outside her town.
Yes. Yeah, because the way towns are from where I'm from, it seems they're just like clusters where it'll be a small town, everything's within these confinements, and then, yeah, we would sometimes ride out into the country.
Oh, yes. Country.
But and it would be miles. It would be miles into
Yeah.
the country. One time we rode our
For
bikes
what?
out.
What did you do?
Yeah. What the point was, I don't know.
The
No.
corn. The corn that year.
There was one time we went out because my friend, again, Sharissa, her parents had some friends out in the country. Like way out in the country. And
So you
for
just
some
rode until you saw a house?
we thought maybe she was there, I think, and so we were trying
Who
to
was there?
her mom.
Oh.
Sorry. We thought her mom was there, so we decided to ride our bikes out there. And on the way out there, my bike tire got
Oh,
a
no.
flat.
That's the worst.
It was bad because,
And you had to walk there.
yeah. You know what we tried? We tried putting my bike across
Did you
her.
ride on her pegs?
Yes, I was on the back, and she had my bike across her crossbar.
Oh my gosh.
This, like, horizontally across it, and that didn't work.
Oh,
that
that's
did not
way
work.
too heavy.
And so we got there, and it was late. It was getting late. And the people, she wasn't there. Her mom wasn't there.
Oh no.
So we're like, hello, What? Can we use her phone?
I need a ride.
And yeah, her stepdad had to pick us up in his truck and drive us back
That's
home.
what the childhood was like, though. Like, you have a crazy idea. Let's ride.
Yeah.
I think my mom's over there.
Let's
and then
ride.
you just go. And it's hours later. She's not there. She
No.
never was there. It
Never
was just,
was.
let's take this adventure, go out into the country,
No common sense.
and never make it back.
I'm so glad we made it back.
But yeah, I'm just,
So
those are the things. Those are the half ideas you had as kids.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're going to get here, and then what? I don't know, but we're going to get there.
we're gonna go 7 miles to the rec center.
To the rec center. That was my life. That's where
Angela's
I go.
story about going to the rec center
Yeah,
with her friend.
Kennedy had to remind me, this might be exposure, might be exposing
You're
her.
exposed.
But Kennedy came over and we decided we wanted to go meet with some boys.
Like you do.
Like, I realized that's what my childhood was about. Just
Yeah.
trying to get to where the boys were. And so we rode our bikes to the rec center and actually to a boy's house, which was near the rec center, so that she could kiss him. And what did I do? I don't know. Probably sat in the parking lot.
Just waited
Just
for it to be
waited.
over.
Took 2 hours to get there, but
Oh my god.
it was fine.
That's not bad. 2 hours for 7 miles?
yeah, like an hour and a half.
Damn.
Yeah, not too bad. Took us an hour to get to
Isn't
Mommy
it
Bay.
crazy the feats that you can go through as young kids?
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
tried
do
riding
that.
my bike down the road. No, didn't even make it. Just like, oh my god, I have a car. Why am I doing this?
So
I don't even
true.
need a bike anymore.
Yeah, but I mean that's what we did as kids. We were always outside.
That was our car.
That was our transportation.
Yeah.
That's where we got to anywhere we probably wanted to go, unless we begged our parents to do.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to go roller skating, which is something that I did almost every Friday.
So jealous of that.
We went to another town. We didn't have the roller skating rink
They didn't
there.
bike there.
We didn't bike there. It was like, I don't know, 10, 20 miles.
Oh.
Something. I don't know, 10, 20 miles away. And so normally it would be my best friend, Nicole. Her mom would take us because I think she knew people in this town. So she's like, yeah, I'll bring you, drop you off. And then she picked us up.
She sounds real thrilled. Yeah, I'll take you.
I'll take you.
I'll
No,
drop you off.
I think they were okay with it. We were
Yeah.
getting our
They
energy
knew where
out.
you were.
Yeah, we were in one place. We were getting our energy
Yeah.
out, roller skating. Boys were there.
Boys.
I-
Always with the boys.
Yeah, did some slow skates around
do
the
the
rink.
couple skates?
Couple skates. There was a couple dance on the ring.
Aww.
That was the first time I ever danced with a boy, and I put
On
my
roller
hands
skates?
like ever. I put my hands on his hips.
Oh.
And we were like, "This
Someone
doesn't.
was confused.
This is confusing. This isn't right." But we went to the skating rink, and that's what we did on the weekends a lot of the time. I don't know if this was all year round, summer.
Interesting.
I'm not sure. I really don't know. But often weekends were skating rink.
Were they people, other kids from your school there, or was it
No,
somewhere else?
Not
Somewhere else
really.
it could be.
since we were in a different town, it was a lot of kids that those kids went to school together. And I don't. Yeah, we were kind of like
the mysterious
yeah,
outsiders.
we were the outsiders. Like, what are you doing? Where are you from?
Sometimes that's good though. You know,
Yeah, you don't. You know,
You
they
know
don't
anyone.
talk.
They don't know you.
Right, they don't know you, so they're not going to talk about you.
Right.
Like, hey, that she fell in the fucking skating rink.
Yeah, we went to the skating rink. We used to have one in Oregon called Fun Spot, and it was only for school activities, school sponsored functions when I was in elementary school, and I loved going because we went with everyone who was from school, and
Yeah.
they had couple skate too, and you just really hoped your crush would walk over and like take your hand, like, you want to go skate with me?
Oh, that's
Never
cute.
happened, but
Mm.
you still had those butterflies where you're like, oh,
Maybe?
couples. Yeah, and your parents are usually like in the back, or they left you,
Oh,
dropped you off or something.
yeah. No, we were dropped off.
That's
Nobody
the
was
best
supervising
option.
us. Yeah.
Best option. But there was school functions, so there were teachers everywhere. And, it was kind of awkward,
Not
but
the same.
Yeah, not the same as your experience, but
We were wild. No,
still
kidding.
had fun. Still had fun. My brother went with us one time, and I wanted to tell this story. And I can't remember if it happened to me or if it happened to him, which is the issue. But we were skating around, and he was going so fast, and my mom wanted us to stop and get off the rink, and there's, like bars, railings kind of blocking the rink, like depicting like this is, the carpeted area where it's not part of the skating rink,
Yeah, ours was like a wall.
Oh.
We didn't
Ours
have
was like
railings. I think it was just like a
railing.
solid brick kind of half wall, like a pony wall.
A pony wall. Oh, okay. Yeah, ours had like the thing, and we were going way too fast, and either he or I just took it to the head.
Oh,
went through the like railing, and it was bad. Someone got a concussion. I don't know if it happened to him or if it happened to me or if we both like had something happen to us, but funniest thing I can remember.
Your mom freak out.
Oh, I'm sure. Just total tears. Just like, oh my gosh, okay, it's over.
Yeah, this is over.
We're going home. You lost it. You lost your privilege.
Aw. Yeah.
That's my story from skating rink. I mean, what else can you say?
Right. Well, another thing is public pool. I had a public pool. Which...
You never really described your town.
Yeah.
Your town is the main difference between us. My stuff is very far out. I had to get rides to, and she had everything there. She had a pool, community pool. What do you call it? A public
pool? Yeah. We had a grocery store, but like a small, like, I don't know, a little local.
Like a Jack's.
Yeah, like a Jack's supermarket. A little supermarket. My mom actually worked there for a little bit of time.
Did your mom, work everywhere?
Yeah, she worked at the supermarket. I think she worked at the library for a minute.
The Mexican restaurant?
Oh, yeah, maybe a little bit. And then a golf course and a grain elevator when I was really young.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So,
that's awesome, though.
Yeah, we had like a Dollar General. I mean, those are everywhere, though.
Everyone's got a Dollar General.
That's just...
Actually, Curtis just got one, so we're on the map now.
Curtis Mall.
Yeah, everyone goes there now.
Yeah, I don't know. Movie theater, fairgrounds. Yeah, a little library, post office, of course, public pool, our high school, elementary school, a skate park by the high school.
That's really cool.
Middle school. Yeah, we had a golf course. Not the one, my mom didn't work at the one in town. She went to another one.
Wow.
Yeah. Not
she had to get out
far.
For a moment. Needed to escape.
That was
small
fun.
Time life.
That was really fun when she worked there. I think we're the reason she probably quit or got fired. I don't know what happened.
What'd you do? Something with the golf carts?
Yeah, golf carts driving around on the green when people were trying to play.
Oh,
you
nice.
know? But public pool was all summer. Like, that's our summer when I think about my childhood with my friends and my brother. We had a little Central Park. Spent a lot of time there, too.
Yeah, you had like a little museum thing going on, too.
Yeah, I went in there one time as a kid, and there's a two-headed cow in there. A two-headed calf.
Oh.
There's some weird shit in there.
Some Ripley's Believe It or Not shit.
Yeah, some weird shit. And it's only... I don't know. It's not even open that often.
Yeah, it was never open when we went there.
I know. I really wanted to go inside and show you. There's some interesting stuff in there. But, yeah, spent a lot of time with pool. But you had a pool.
Yeah, and yeah.
Your own personal pool.
I mean, it sounds greater than it was. We had a lot of trees in our yard, so it was always cold. We didn't buy a heater.
No sun beating down, warming it up?
No. I mean, I braved the cold because eventually your body is just like, okay, hypothermia is going to happen. I'll get used to it. And you just, you're a kid, so you're like, I want to swim. You get used to it. But friends that came over, no. They're like, it's way too cold. I'm not getting in. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, let's do something else. And
jump on our 2 trampolines.
Yeah. That made up for it. You know, having 2 trampolines.
That's cool as hell.
Go back and forth.
Right.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. But pool, it was more for my mom and I guess. We're the only ones that really used it. And then
really? Your mom used the pool?
Yeah, she did. She really liked to float, she says, in the sun. But there as we stated, was none. So the shade was crisp.
Not too hot.
Yeah, and then if we did want to go swimming, we usually went to Maumee Bay. We never went into the lake, actually, but we did, like, they have an inland pond, which is really gross, but...
It's really gross.
We swam in that, and then the outside pool. I remember, I have pictures of, like, birthday parties that I've had there where we did the inside pool because it's springtime and the outside pool's closed, so...
Yeah.
But that's where we had to go, and it was, you had to pay, you had to get a ride there.
Yeah. But
we never had anything to actually do on the lake. We never owned a boat or went tubing or anything.
Yeah.
We just weren't that type of family. We couldn't do summer activities because the store was open. So I tried to find friends that had that stuff.
Right. My uncle had a boat. So when I was younger,
that's so awesome.
We went tubing a lot.
Where did you go?
We went to Spirit Lake.
Spirit Lake.
It's a lake several miles away. I think like 45 minutes or something.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yep. We didn't make it there on our trip, but my God. 45 minutes for a lake?
Yeah, 45 minutes for a Walmart. Usually 30 to 45 minutes, which I guess is kind of normal. Not normal, but like, Curtis, I think. That's like
20 minutes.
Some minutes, so...
Still feels longer than that. You still feel way out there.
Right. So, yeah,
that's
we did
the
some
true OG mall. The Walmart. Yikes. My dad still calls it the mall.
Really?
The Oregon Mall.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's in,
It's all we got now.
I hate Oregon
You're
now.
Like,
So, I don't know. You had Cedar Point, though, too.
Yeah, Cedar Point. I always forget that that's part of my childhood.
Yeah, and it was part of my childhood, too. Like, when I was growing up, we would come to Ohio, this area, because my mom's from here. We'd come from Iowa to Ohio, and Cedar Point was something we would do. Like
big attraction.
Just like one day would be like Cedar Point Day. So, but you got to do that like once a year or something. Right?
Yeah, when I was growing up, we always made a once-a-year family trip. I always got to bring a friend, usually
it's
to
only,
Kennedy.
What, an hour?
Yeah, like 45 minutes away.
Right.
It's really great. It was great. That became our thing, me and you.
In high school.
High school, we were at Cedar Point like every weekend in the summer that we were off together.
Oh, yeah. We had...
Not even weekends. It would just be weekdays. Or random times during the night.
Did you have any sort of pass?
Pass?
Like, I had a platinum pass. Yeah, you did too. Yeah, that's why we were...
Growing up, you mean?
When we were in high school.
Oh, yeah, when we were in high school, yeah.
That's why we were there so much.
Yeah.
God, I love
3
that.
times would, like, pay for it.
Free parking. Shit was awesome.
Yeah, miss it.
Back to childhood.
Back to the good old days.
What other things did you do in the summer?
So, like I stated, the summers were hard for my family because the store was open. So when I wasn't working, just before the prime age of like 11, my parents usually put me in activities. So I did softball in the summer, loved it, I think that's where I truly found my identity because it was something my brother never did. Like he did t-ball for a while, but stopped it. So softball was my thing and I was really good at it and I really liked the team I had a lot of fun. And then when I wasn't doing softball, I also did community theater. Did you do anything like that in your summers?
No.
No?
Not at all.
No, not a theater kid?
No.
Yeah, me either.
No.
Me either.
You, what?
I
didn't like it?
I tried out. I was always in the chorus. So always, like, it's volunteer theater. So they're not going to say, oh, you didn't make it. They'll just say, you're in the chorus.
What does that mean? Sing?
Just like an extra. Like you're
chorus.
You're not a main
theater
part.
terms.
I don't know them either.
I'm just in it. I was just in the chorus.
In it, and I'm feeling really difficult right now. And then my brother started like the next year, so I did one play alone, and like my parents are so happy, like, oh, you did so great, and really I didn't do anything different than a bunch of other kids did, and Then CJ started, and he got like a lead his first play, and I was like, oh, well, this is over for me.
Yeah, this is CJ's thing, not mine.
He's the showman, and he did really well at it, so.
Yeah. But you also went to summer camps, which is
yeah.
something that Sharissa did.
Did
Sometimes she went to, I think they
You're
were
just
more...
friends with a bunch of nerds.
Hers were like Christian summer camps, though.
Ooh.
Like religious summer camps, I guess? I don't know
Yeah,
what to
like a
call
Bible school
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yours wasn't like that, right?
No, mine was military kids. Yeah, my mom was deployed when I was young. The first time, I think I was 7 in 2002, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first time I went to camp, and it was the greatest experience of my life, and I kept going back every year, even after she returned. And that was the first time, just to bring it back to boys, that was just the first time I met a boy that I really wanted to be with. I really wanted to kiss him. I really wanted to dance with him. It never happened,
7.
but no. It was
Oh.
it was like later years, but well, maybe at 7 too. I don't know.
Probably at 7.
Probably. Just boy crazy. But yeah, and that's what I remember. It was just a good time to make friends and people I never knew. And we all had just military in common, so we all had a military parent. That's what it meant. And it didn't mean like we got put through boot camp or anything.
No.
We did random things. You know, you do the blob on the lake and...
The blob on the lake.
What? Oh my gosh.
The hell
Like
is
they
that?
blow up like a big
and
balloon
you
and
get to jump,
you get to jump on it. And
I
yeah.
didn't get to do that ever.
No?
I've never done that.
We've done like, I can't even remember all the things we did at camp, but it was so much
Aw.
fun.
That sounds cool.
I think it still happens. And then later before I started high school that summer, I was a camp counselor, and that was amazing too.
Yeah.
To have that as well.
Good experience with
Yeah.
the kids.
Yeah.
The youth.
You think it would be good, but it didn't change me one bit.
What?
Just a little foreshadowing into
Did it change
different
me
topic.
one bit?
yeah, I mean, kids are great, just not for me.
Right. I feel it.
Yeah.
I don't think kids are for me either. But what else did I do in the summer? I don't
What
even
did you
know.
do? The pool all day?
Pool, riding our bikes. We probably, I don't know, got in trouble.
Probably got in trouble.
No, we never got in trouble, but somehow we never got in trouble. You know, like we probably should have. I remember one time, so we have at the far end of our town, from Iowa, so there's cattle, and there was a milk
Oh no,
processing.
what did you do?
There's a milk processing plant kind of in the back of our town, and there were silos all over there. And one day, I don't know why, was interested in climbing the silo.
Oh my god, no.
I was with Sharissa, and she was like, she's not into heights, so she was freaking out like, no, I don't want to climb. I don't want to climb. I'm like, come on. Almost.
What?
It was just a bad word.
What'd you say?
I was going to say pussy. Come on, pussy. That's not a good word. Okay. Come on, you chicken. Oh, gosh. So we climbed up to the top, and when we got to the top, there was a cop that drove right behind, by us, and we thought we were busted. And I dropped down on the top of the silo, and we're trying to hide from this cop. And I don't know if I feel like we just waited, and he didn't move. We could kind of see him. And at some point, we got back down, and we were freaking out. We were heading back to her house, and we felt like we were getting followed. Like, I think this cop was trying to send us a message. He's following us, but not really stopping
you on
us.
the bikes.
Were we on bikes? Either
Or
that
were
or
you
we were walking.
Oh god.
I don't remember. But we got to our house, and we were like, we're not going back outside. We stayed inside. We were so scared.
Oh my
We're
god.
just such a bunch of chickens.
You called your mom that night.
The cop?
Yeah.
No.
It's a small town. He knows. He knows you.
He knew it was me. No. Yeah, we just did stuff like that. We had a lot of hangouts. Like, I showed you
Yeah, you showed me one
One
like,
of
under
them,
the
right?
bridge or something.
kind of more by the cement place, and
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know,
yeah.
everybody knew about it, but you could go under it, and underneath was, I feel like at one point there was railroad tracks. I don't know. It was
This is
interesting.
what happens in small towns. They're like, I gotta find the railroad tracks. I gotta go play on them.
I don't know what was
They're under
there.
this bridge.
There was like, obviously bridge, there's water, but there was also cement blocks where it would stop some of the water. It was a kind of pond on one side, and then a stream, and then a very shallow little area where we would try and catch crawdads
Oh God!
all
no,
the time.
you didn't.
Oh yeah, we
Really?
tried. Yeah, they're everywhere. So we'd like wear
Ew.
like winter gloves, just something to put on your hands, so if they tried to snap at you, it wouldn't hurt as bad. But I don't think we ever actually caught any. They're too fast.
I was absolutely something about my childhood. My grandma lived down the street, and she had a pond, and she had crawdads,
Ooh.
like living near her pond, right? And they absolutely disgusted me. I was
What?
terrified.
I was fascinated.
I thought it was a tiny lobster, which I guess
I mean,
pretty similar, but
crustacean.
scared to death about it.
I loved it. I was always trying to catch them, and we were trying to make it nice down there. So I think,
Moving rocks. It's just
yeah, our parents actually came down. When I say our, I'm saying Sharissa's parents and my
I
parents.
mean someone else.
Someone else. Sharissa's parents and my parents actually one time came down together
Aw.
to help us clean it out, because it
Oh,
was
really?
a shithole down there. Shithole.
Clean your streams.
Yeah, just like clean your streams. And I feel like our parents did it just to see where we were hanging out. You know?
Keep tabs on it.
Right.
Like, we don't know
Had
where
to-
this is. We have to go.
We gotta go so we know where to find them.
She
if
has
we need
no
to
idea
find
where
them.
Jessica is at any point in the day.
True. I mean, I feel like sometimes maybe, but that was one place where they didn't know about until we brought
How
them
did they
down
get
there.
you home? Did they, like, ring a bell or something? Like, how did you know you had to
I
come
just
home?
went home.
You just
I
went
just-
home at some point.
You just kind of knew, like, it's getting time. I probably should go home.
Oh
And
my gosh.
I don't know. Yeah, never had problem. Never got in trouble.
Never had a curfew or anything.
I never really needed a curfew.
Maybe
Like-
you did.
Well,
Just kidding.
like when I would hang out with my older cousin Megan, I would hang out with her, and we'd be walking the streets, like acting like we're some cool shit with these big monsters walking around, fucking with shit. I don't
Your
know.
Sophie
Ding
shorts.
dong. We were ding dong ditching people.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yeah, we did that.
We always wanted to do that, but we don't have any. We don't have anybody to do
Right,
that.
we
to.
would ring the bell, and we'd go hiding and kind of just wait and see.
Oh my,
what
did
they
you
would do.
toilet paper anybody?
No, I don't think I toilet
No?
papered anybody.
That's good because that's a prized possession. Toilet paper now.
Right.
You can't just waste that.
So, yeah, when I was out with my older cousin, I don't think they were really, they were like, oh, she's going to be fine. She'll be safe.
It's fine.
Nothing really bad can happen. And nothing really bad did happen.
Sounds like the
Thankfully.
intro to a crime scene.
Yeah, I don't know. That was our summers. That was my life.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. I'm not. When Jessica said, let's compare our childhoods, I immediately was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about.
You have plenty to talk about.
I don't even know what my childhood was like. It was just different. When I was talking to Kennedy, who still is, but a best friend when I was growing up, she kind of remembered a different childhood than I did because hers was so different from mine.
Yeah,
and
everybody's childhoods are
different. And I never thought of mine as, like something crazy. I've always wanted the childhood that Jessica talks about, the small town, having all the things within walking or biking distance. And that was something I always dreamed about, like watching Gilmore Girls. That was the town that you had basically growing up. And I had to ask for rides to go anywhere and arrange my transportation. And I hated riding the bus. I had to ride the bus to school. And if I didn't want to ride the bus, I would just miss it. I just
On
missed my
purpose.
bus. And like, I guess you gotta take me to school or someone's gonna come pick me up.
Weird. Because I only rode a bus one year when I was growing up.
Really?
And it was 4th grade. We had for some reason, we had to go to another building in another town. Because our school was split between 2 towns. So kids from that town would come to my town. And then that one year, they actually got to stay home. And, like, the building was in their town for just 4th grade.
Just one year.
It was a very old building, and I think it's been demolished since then.
It's been since demolished.
Sad, but... So, I always look forward to riding the bus.
Oh, God.
It was put my CD player on, listen to some...
Be careful not to move it.
Just sit there with it perfectly flat, and just listen to my, my sad kid music.
My sad kid music.
I don't know, 3 Days Grace and Breaking Benjamin and
That was
Cold.
your childhood music?
That's what I listened to
Wow.
all the time on, like, in 4th grade. Yeah. On the bus. Like, mixtapes.
Different.
It was a lot of... My parents influenced my music. And I think that's
Same.
a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I listened to a lot of 90s, 2000s hard rock.
Very hard rock.
Right.
Compared
but
to
also...
what I grew up listening to, like the 60s, 70s.
Right. Different.
Classic rock now, which my dad would just say is rock.
Right. That's just rock.
It's just rock music.
But we also, as kids, still
had
listened to the
pop
same
music.
Yeah, same pop music stuff that was, you can't get away from when you're a kid.
My parents
Everybody likes it.
hated when we were in the car, and I always wanted to put on 92.5 because that was going to be the pop music. That's the station around our town that had the cool music that was going on, and I just wanted to listen to it. My parents could not handle it. They couldn't. They're like, what are they even saying? I'm like, they're not even rapping, Dad. Like, they're just talking a little bit fast.
Yeah, my parents also were kind of like that for the most part. I only heard that pop music in school or around kids. So, I mean, I got CDs. My parents would let me get, like, the Britney Spears CD, like we were talking about, or NSYNC.
Mm-hmm.
But when, I don't know, a lot of what I listened to was what they liked.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm
it's
so
just
happy
easier
about
that way.
Yeah.
It's around and everybody likes it.
Right.
That's what they
you
listen
learn
to
like
with
it.
you. Yeah, you learn to like it. Exactly.
No, I love that music, and I think it's nostalgic for you too, to like 60s, 70s rock. So
yeah, exactly. And I always thought it made me more rounded.
Yeah.
When I went over to my friends' houses, their parents and their parents were playing some song. They thought I didn't know it, but I knew it because my parents also listened to that old rock, and they were just super impressed. Like, how cultured are you? And I'm like, no, I just forced to listen to my parents' music a lot.
You're so cultured.
You're so cultured. But no, the bus ruined music for me. It ruined.
Why?
I was on forever. I was on the bus for an hour each way. I was I was the first picked up and the last dropped off.
Yikes.
And when I get on a bus, it just makes me feel queasy. Like, I just want to throw up immediately.
So, yeah, 4th grade, going to school was fine. But then later, I couldn't go on field trips. My mom actually had to drive me on a couple because I would get car sick.
On the bus?
Yeah, yep.
Just buses. I
It
don't
was
know. I
awful.
loved my bus driver. We're good friends. And
We're good friends.
well, it was actually, like, a friend from school, Riley. Her grandma was my bus driver.
Cute.
Yeah. So I just had, like, that connection, that tie, and she was my bus driver my whole life. The
That's
whole
so
time I
cool.
was riding the bus.
Aw.
Not her fault, but I just can't handle the bus.
Yeah.
And I hated, like, nobody would sit next to you, and then when they had to have someone sit next to you because it was a full bus, it was someone you didn't want to sit next to, and
I was always
just
alone.
quiet.
Always alone in my seat. And that's how I liked it.
Yeah.
I wanted to be alone and listen to my
I wanted
music
to be
and
alone.
don't bother me.
My gosh. Yeah. But buses,
Oh my
I feel like I spent more time on the bus than I did anything else during school time.
Yeah.
Waiting for the bus, getting on the bus, like.
Yeah, because you lived so much further away. I walked, even in elementary school. I mean, my mom would sometimes. I'm trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure even in elementary school I walked. I mean, it was a few minutes of walking.
That's fun, though.
But yeah, she was
We
sometimes...
walked when we were there. We walked to your school.
Yeah. Sometimes when it would snow, she would wake up and drive us to school. But most of the time, my mom wasn't getting up in the morning. ever. Was your parents up in the morning?
I think like the first day of school, just to embarrass me by like waving as I got on the school bus, all through ages, all
Just
all
the first
way
day.
up. Even the first day of high school, I had to ride the bus,
Yep.
and they came out with their Mickey Mouse gloves
Oh
to
my
wave,
gosh!
and I died. I just died.
Oh.
Like, this is how my high school's gonna start. Great.
I don't know how I got to school most of the time, how I woke myself up most of the
know.
time. But I did.
Oh, my mom will tell you that I don't wake up to alarms.
Yep.
She has to come in and just say my name one time. Angela, it's time to get up. And I'm up. Like, I know I have to be up, but
I don't know how.
but that's pretty much it. My
I got
mom just, I
myself
feel
up.
like she never slept. She's
Probably not.
just riddled with caffeine. Just always up.
Loves her coffee.
Yeah. My dad, he was always asleep.
Yeah.
You could hear him. As you're
Snoring.
leaving the house, just snoring. Love you, Dad.
Aw.
Yeah, I think those are the main differences. I had to ride, so a lot of my time was spent in a car or in a
Yeah.
bus going somewhere, and I couldn't hang out with friends unless it was a weekend and somebody came and got me.
Aw.
Come get me.
My parents won't drive me.
Yeah.
Come get me.
My mom, for a long time just didn't drive often and
Yeah.
she didn't have anywhere to go. So it was someone else had to come get me or I wasn't going.
Yeah. I mean, I think Clay has similar
Yeah, probably.
stories about that, about if he wanted to hang out with anybody, it was either riding your bike for miles or, probably
Well,
getting picked up.
He had friends that lived just down the street though. Like Mandy and didn't JJ live down the street?
Mandy did, of course, around the corner.
Mhm.
JJ might have been a little further,
Further.
but probably road bikes
Yeah.
to his house.
He has
probably.
more of a little bit more of a community maybe.
Right, it's not, I don't know, you wouldn't call it a town.
Right.
It's a neighborhood? I don't know. It's like a little
It's-
section of Curtis.
It's something.
And he talks about something that's the same between our childhood, stories is
You and him?
him and I, is we would play football with our, kids in the neighborhood. I
Oh,
played
that's
football
fun.
growing up. Like,
Oh yeah.
we never talked about
You played
sports.
a bunch of sports.
Yeah, I in elementary school played football. The only
She's
girl.
such a badass.
I was terrible.
No wonder you grabbed that guy by the hips. You're like, I'm the man.
I wasn't very good. I played safety.
Don't even know what that means.
Is
Is that a position?
It's on defense. I wasn't on the offense. I'm pretty sure that's a defense. I don't know anymore.
How many people are on the field? I don't know.
I never read the book about all the, what are they called?
The playbook?
The playbook, all the plays.
There was actually a playbook?
Oh, there was. I remember. I wanted to be the quarterback, even though I couldn't
Did you
throw
play
a ball.
for like a team or something?
Yeah, Otter Creek Crushers.
Oh, you were actually on a team
Yeah,
against other people.
Yeah, we were the Otter Creek Crushers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I thought this was just like for fun.
No, my brother was on that team later
Weird.
on. Yeah.
It was a co-ed team?
Yeah. Well, I think I was one of the only girls for a while. I don't know. They let girls play if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, they're progressive.
yeah, and I remember I got jealous because one of my friends, his dad was the coach and he was the quarterback, right?
Of course.
And I was a little brat, and I'm like, "Of course you're the quarterback. Your dad's the coach." And he said that I liked his dad a lot. I liked my coach, and he's like, "Well, okay. Do you want to try?" And I was like,
No.
"I don't know any plays."
I don't know shit.
It was embarrassing, but he put me in my place.
Upset.
Yeah, he just put me in my place. But
How old were you?
elementary school, so
Wow.
6, 7, 8,
6, 7, 8?
6. I don't know. I think
How old are you in elementary?
I don't know. It was a few years of it. I did it for a few years.
Wow.
And then I went into middle school, and that's when I stopped playing football. And I did track and basketball and volleyball were the main. I think those were the only
all
ones I
through
did.
school?
Yeah, all through middle school I played those sports.
Yeah, I
don't
tried to
know
keep
why.
busy, but
I didn't play softball. I think it just
Yeah.
wasn't for me, I guess.
yeah, it's really a top tier sport. So
I wasn't made for it. Wasn't
I
in the
didn't
cards
play
for me.
like any other sports.
You said cross country, right?
Yeah, I
or
did.
track.
I did run cross country. I did track, yeah.
See, you did a lot more than
But,
you
I mean,
think.
I don't really consider, like, this sounds bad, but I don't really consider those sports. I mean, you're just...
Oh, you don't think track is a sport?
Track, maybe, but cross country is,
Ooh, that
really was just
hard.
for fun for me. I didn't,
Yeah.
like, the meets made me so anxious.
I
But
was so excited. I'm competitive.
yeah,
And my
I don't
best
know.
friend Nicole and I were same grade, and we did a lot of the same relays. What else? Relays, hurdles, and long jump.
Oh,
We
those
did the
hurdles.
same things. So
Wow.
we were always comparing how fast our sprints were, our long jumps. She always beat me in long jump. Always. I think I maybe beat her one time
Oh my
in
gosh.
long jump distance. Incredible. Long ass
She
legs.
got those long legs.
I mean, I think I have long legs.
You do.
She has longer legs.
Longer legs. Yeah, I think my most competitive friend was Sam growing up.
Yeah.
Sam, shut up. Yeah, I don't know if you wanted to be in,
In what
it, but you're in
sport?
it now.
Softball?
Just everything. Just everything. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like in a good way. Like
But
it was
is
healthy.
good, yeah. I mean, sometimes I hated her.
I never
But-
hated her, but I just knew there were times where I'm like, oh, she wants to do that now. Great. Now I'm going to have to actually, be better. Just got to be better.
No, I would get upset.
No?
I was a little brat. I would get upset. I'd be like, she fucking beat me in long jump again. What the fuck?
No, I never. I mean, I think softball was the only thing I got. If anyone tried to come for my position,
Ooh, what was your
Mm-mm.
position?
I was catcher.
Ooh.
I was a catcher. And if anyone tried to be catcher,
Is that a
it was
like
over.
high up like
Yeah.
you're top shit when you're a catcher?
Pitcher and catcher, kind of like
Ooh,
higher
yeah.
positions. First
Pitcher.
baseman.
Mm. So where
That's-
is the catcher? The behind
The one behind the batter.
Okay.
Mhm.
I see. I don't know anything about this sport.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. Kennedy was on first base. She moved around a lot, but first base and second base, and then Sam joined way later, like after us, because she moved to our town later in life. I think we're in 4th grade when she moved here. And she was kind of like you. Like she moved, not kind of like you, but she moved around a lot, and I always thought like, one of these years she's gonna move away from me. And that's why I was
Aw.
kind of nervous about you coming here. It was like, I always get friends with the people who come here, and then they're gonna move away.
Aw.
But you both stayed, so it was good.
Oh yeah. No, I'm surprised I even ever moved.
Yeah?
I always thought it was
Yeah, this is where your childhood kind of ended, right? It came to die here.
kind of.
She moved to Ohio and it died.
After middle school we moved here and I
Oh.
started high school here and yeah.
Did you do sports in high school?
I tried to do track
Oh,
and
tennis, right? Or
no, that was clay.
Just moving on.
I tried track and something had changed. I think it was because I wasn't with the same people like growing up.
Yeah. I
Playing
didn't do sports.
I played sports to be with my friends and to hang out with people that I went to school with, and to come to a new high school, I didn't have that same sort of community feeling, and I also got not really injured, but I didn't have the proper.
You got injured?
I didn't have the proper footwear. You know, like,
Oh. You didn't have spikes? Isn't that what you used for track?
Well, yeah, but just running shoes. I didn't have good running shoes, and I
Oh my
got.
gosh.
I had foot pain and it just wouldn't go away when I was if I kept running it was bad, so I quit after
It's me.
a pretty short amount of time, and that was really hard because
Yeah.
I thought I was so sporty, so into sports in middle school, and then to come to a high school where I knew nobody and I didn't do a sport, it was weird.
Yeah.
It changed my
I feel like
life.
the same thing for me. I was very active until I got to high school.
Mhm.
I did 1 year of softball in high school, and it ruined me because it wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
And I wasn't with the same people. I was with new people, and they were still fun, but it wasn't the same camaraderie. It wasn't, this is just for fun. I know we're playing games and we get awards, but it's like it was
It
just
gets
for fun.
more intense in high school.
More
right?
intense, and they wanted more out of you. I wasn't aggressive enough, and that
That's
just
sad.
tore me down.
That's really sad because I think sports are so important and they, are, such a big part of kids' lives when you get into high school. If you're not good enough in their eyes,
Catch ya.
it kind of, yeah, it's a life-changing thing.
Yeah.
It was for me. I felt like I was very sad,
Yeah.
and I wanted to do volleyball because I enjoyed volleyball, but I was nervous to play with those kind of girls. I was like, I looked
Yeah.
at those girls and I thought they were the popular girls.
Pretty sure they were. What's sad about our not sad, but different about high school, I think, than what we see in movies and shows is that the popular kids were also really smart and really sporty.
They were everywhere. So it's like, where
They
did you
were
fit in?
just top kids everywhere.
Yeah.
So
I was pushed. I mean, I did what I liked,
no
but I
room for me.
went to ag. So
I went to the back building.
environmental and agricultural technologies, way in the back there.
I went to band. So
I went to band.
I mean, I was in band all the way through middle school and
Yeah.
elementary, but it wasn't like a focal point. But in high school, it takes over your life.
Yeah, you did a lot of stuff in band. You were,
Yeah.
marching band, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You have to do it all. Marching band and
You were
classic
always
band,
busy.
symphony.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I did jazz band and pep band.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I went to like basketball games. Nobody else I knew went to basketball games.
Oh, that just flashed into my brain.
Huh?
Football games.
Football.
That's the main thing you
In high
do when
school?
you're in middle school. No, I did not do that in high school.
I did. I never went in middle school.
We were always at a football game in middle school because it was free,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where all the cool older
That's where the
kids
boys were.
The boys were. Yeah, football games were really. That's kind of what we did in the school year.
Yeah, I think. Okay, I'm flashing back. I think just 8th grade year was a year that I remember going to football games before having to go to football games because when you're a band you have to go. But back then it was a social thing, and they used to let you just run free,
It
and
was
you could
freedom.
get up and go anywhere and do whatever.
Right. We'd run around under the what are those bleachers?
What
are
is
those?
word? Yeah,
and
the
yeah, you
bleachers.
would. That's when
The
we'd
stands.
try and get dolled up, for the
Mhm.
boys. So you'd be trying to do your hair, the way
The
you did in the
makeup.
early 2000s, where it was like crimped
Yeah, it was wet, and
It
you
was
sprayed the
wet
shit out of it
and
with hairspray,
gel, and you would.
and it looked like, I don't know, just like shit on your head, and then you straightened your bangs,
Yeah.
just your bangs, in this weird
Side
side.
bang. Yep,
It was like, huh?
that's the look.
You like this?
That was the look for a football game.
And like dark, heavy
Oh.
eyeliner in the waterline.
Heavy.
Ugh.
I look terrible now with a heavy eyeliner on the bottom.
Yeah.
I looked rough.
I look at pictures back then, and I'm like, it's just melting off your face. You didn't even put primer. You didn't do anything. You just put it on there, and it's just like dark circles for days. And then you're like, yeah, this looks good. This is a good look. I'm going out like
This
this.
is a good look. Yeah, I think
would
makeup ruined my face because I didn't take care of.
Oh,
I didn't take it off right. I used Vaseline.
Yeah.
Tip from my grandma.
Tip from my mom, I used to like take a lighter and burn the eyeliner so that it would go on.
and be softer.
And just
Yep.
Yeah. Just like, the makeup that you learn from your parents. I feel like
I
it
didn't
just...
learn the makeup from my parents. My mom didn't wear makeup. I learned it from my
No?
older cousin.
Oh.
The first time I ever wore makeup, she put makeup on my face. And
Aw.
I remember coming downstairs and I think
Your
my
mom hate
aunt-
it.
My mom didn't see it. It was at my aunt's house.
Oh, your mom didn't see it at all?
Eventually. I don't know if she saw it that day, but it was dark.
It
and
was
my aunt was
dark.
like, "Oh, fuck."
Oh, I don't know
God.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would just periodically steal things from my mom until she agreed to buy me my own.
Aw.
Or I could buy my own. I don't think she ever bought me any unless it was, those pre-packaged things that you can get like at Christmas when they're
Oh yeah.
like, here's 7,000 eye
right.
things for your face.
Here's like a whole big pack of
Palette.
these gloss,
Shitty.
those like
The gl-
colored lip glosses.
Oh yeah.
That you'd have to use like a shitty little paintbrush.
Oh yeah.
Remember those? Those are nasty.
Yeah, I think all of it was just wax that you're just
Oh,
putting
yeah.
on your face.
Yeah, kid makeup is wax.
Yeah. Here's the cream eyeliner and it's just wax all over your face.
The
It's
blush.
a nice base.
I overdid it with the blush
The
too.
blush?
Hard.
Wow, I don't know what I did. I think my mom told me to put lipstick and then
Oh,
rub
yeah.
that around.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
one thing for everything on your face. You could use it for eyeliner,
Oh,
your
yeah.
lips,
That's
just
hey,
your blush,
Hey,
your eyebrows.
God, pink eyebrows.
I don't know. Just being crazy. But yeah, I don't think she never wanted me to wear makeup. So I would get up early, I'd do it, and I'd run out the door.
There was a time, it was picture day, middle school, 5th grade, I think. I'm remembering it so clearly.
It's coming back to me now.
My mom was, dead set on me not wearing makeup. She's like, you're not wearing makeup for your picture.
Grade.
In 5th, yeah, I wore makeup way early in life.
I don't even know if I did.
And I remember sneaking it to school and stupid because my mom's going to see the school picture, right? Eventually. Right. So I don't know. I put makeup on. She was pissed.
Didn't buy it that year.
Pissed.
It's so funny because I remember having friends of mine like take separate clothing items that they weren't allowed, like their parents didn't like them to wear. They would take them to school and switch out of them. And...
I wore what I was going to wear for pictures on picture day.
Yeah. I don't know. I needed help, I think, in middle school. I'm looking back now at the photos that were taken of me, and I'm like, some weird track pants and Hawaiian shirts, just
for your school pictures,
screaming help.
Did you dress yourself for school pictures?
No, actually, this funny story. My dad, when I think it was 4th or 5th grade, my mom was deployed, and it was picture day coming up, but the school just apparently wanted to screw over everybody, and they did Spirit Week, right? Spirit Week, and you dressed up like, I don't know, in your favorite sports team, and then in pajama day. Well, It was picture day and also Hawaiian day.
What fucking idiot.
Why would they do that?
I would have been fucked too.
And I didn't tell my dad, I don't think, that it was picture day. Or maybe I didn't even know. I might not have known. And he gave me, because I didn't have any Hawaiian shirts. Funny, because we went everywhere for vacation and I didn't have an Hawaiian shirt. So my dad gave me his oversized, button-up Hawaiian dad shirt. It's like a dress on me, but of course I didn't wear it as a dress because that wasn't the cool thing then. It was like some track pants underneath there, some mismatched socks, just looking like a kid needing help. And I guess it was picture day, and they call us down, and, you're in a line, you're like, crap, what am I going to do? And everyone's like, I'm going to take my clothes off and put this on, and then I'll get back into my school clothes. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to wear this shirt. And I don't have any other clothes. So this is what's happening. And the background I think they chose was like bright purple for some reason. Why do they do that to us? Why?
Yeah, I had a day like that. I had a picture day like that. It was 4th grade. I remember
it was 4th grade.
That
it was September 2nd. Just kidding.
I remember it was 4th grade because it was in that old building. And I didn't remember it was picture day. And of course my, mom and dad wasn't up that morning to help me remember that.
To help you remember.
So I was wearing a gray zip-up sweater. And I had a cut on my face, like I had like a cut from something being a kid, and it was
from being a kid
under my eye. Probably had a black eye
my
too.
God.
I don't know. I looked awful, and I took the picture anyways because I'm like, what am I gonna do? And underneath my my gray zip up hoodie was like a yellow shirt, and I remember this. And I'm like, I'm not fucking taking a picture
in my yellow shirt,
purple and yellow, because the background was purple, and it was gonna look like Vikings colors.
I'm sorry, what?
Minnesota Vikings
football team?
Football.
Okay. And you were definitely against
because my brother was a Vikings fan when I was growing up.
Oh yeah, Minnesota. Okay, that's right near.
It was close.
Where you are.
Yeah, and so I was like, hell to the no. I'm gonna wear a gray sweater.
I'm wearing my gray zip up.
So that was the worst school picture I ever took.
Oh, I think they were all bad. Because I'm flashing back now to some more photos, and I don't even know how this happened. So I don't know if this was a thing for you as a kid, but one of the main things in middle school was to get the Under Armour, like, under
Oh, yeah.
like tight ass shirts and wear them as shirts because they like
Mhm.
if you had boobs they define them, and that was the thing to like
I didn't
get
know
them,
this.
you know, you just need it. And I wore that to
You
take
just need it.
pictures in, and they
Oh.
refused to take my photo.
What?
So they may put on this wife beater tank top over over my like skin
Because
tight.
that looks better.
Oh yeah, it looked horrible. I looked like I just got out of jail and like arrived there for my 8th grade photo. My hair was short and I had zits everywhere. I was just nasty. How did anyone look at me in 8th grade? I don't think they did. I don't think a single soul
And
liked
you had
me in 8th
braces,
grade.
right?
Oh yeah, I had braces from 6th to 8th grade.
Oh, I didn't ever have braces.
Stop making me flash back to this.
I'm loving this.
I'm scared. Like, people would make fun of when I first got braces. They, make fun of you for having braces, but it was more like, if you kiss a boy, are you gonna get stuck in their mouth?
Ugh.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna kiss a boy. Let's get this straight. But I did.
With your braces?
Yeah.
How'd
with my
that go?
braces. Well, I don't think he liked it
Well.
because moments later he was kissing someone else.
Oh.
So
that is great. That's just middle
it's
school.
devastating.
That is middle school.
You think you love someone
In middle school.
in middle school, like you obsess about it, and then that happens when you ride your bike 7 miles to see them.
Yeah.
And then they do that to you.
That bullshit. Yeah, that's middle school relationships.
Yeah.
I got made fun of because I started wearing glasses in 7th grade.
Aww.
And then
Cutie
shortly
patootie.
after, I was like, I need contacts.
Mom.
So
I can't do this anymore.
I got contacts, and after that, it was okay.
Things got better.
Things got better.
I could see and not have things on my face.
I hate glasses. I hate them when I'm outside in public and stuff. Like, at home, it's fine. When I get outside, it feels like it's an obstruction. But we're getting off topic.
We're getting very off topic, but
I feel like we've covered a lot of our childhood here.
we could talk
There's
for
so
hours.
much more. I feel like someday, don't quote me, but we're going to do a holiday edition.
Yeah.
Like a childhood holidays
Ting, ting.
story time and just traditions and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe during the holidays.
I think we should also do an episode about just like how we've evolved with boys, because so much of my childhood was really about boys and like the first. I feel like we should do a first episode.
Ooh!
I think that would be fun.
Let us know if you guys want to hear any of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much.
Is that interesting at all?
Probably not. Maybe I just want to talk about it.
Hey, we can do whatever we want here.
This is our
Usually.
time.
Yeah. So, well, I hope you guys like that.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun flashing back to my childhood.
I think we need more. We need more of your
There's
childhood.
so much more. Gotta be. So,
We still don't know how to end these. So say you're
we'll
sorry.
never know, but I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
All around is cornfields until the next town. So we really didn't have to. What? I don't know. Pause. Something's making noise. Hello?
Hello?
It's a fucking ghost.
What? It sounded like scratching.
You have a ghost
on the carpet.
She has,
Didn't it?
she has a ghost. I know
We're
it.
cutting all of this.
I'm saving it for a blooper reel at the end.
What is that?
I couldn't.
I was scared. That's
I
what
could
that
see-
was.
I could see
I
it
was
on your face.
terrified. I was like,
I could see it.
is
on
something
your
gonna
face.
come in here?
I thought maybe it was Brandon or something.
Ooh. Yeah, you heard it, right? It sounded like
yeah.
a
Yeah, it sounded like creaking,
Oh,
kind of. But
to me it sounded like scratching on carpet.
she doesn't think there's ghosts.
nails.
But I beg to differ.